Hello everyone, welcome on back to Survival Challenge. Alright, so we actually have a lot of things to sell this month. Quite a few, honestly. I'm just kind of surprised. We are, what, 2 months in the future now? 1 month in the future? Something like that. We did skip like a month or two in there. We didn't have really much going on. Oh, please don't tip. Please don't tip. Yeah, obviously we have the long planks, wood beams, and eggs to sell. Which we almost have another pallet of wood beams, actually. But the peas are at a really good price right now. So I'm going to sell those immediately after I'm done selling this. The canola will sit on for a little bit, but we will be selling that today as well. It is almost surprising how much money we have that we could make today. There's our biggest, obviously $80,000 there is going to be huge. Plus 18 grand here, another 18 grand here. This will be like 18 grand, something like that for the wood beams, because there's only two. It's basically counting a third. Now this is all going to the farmers markets. We'll be getting all sold there. This is after the 1.8 update, so obviously if you notice some stuttering and stuff, it's just, game update things. Try to, fly around the map quickly, and a lot of times that takes care of it, but sometimes there's still some stutters here and there. But speak of it. But yeah, which has some nice new updates with the update. Obviously, there's a bunch of new equipment actually, which is kind of nice. Obviously, I think base game we were definitely lacking some, so getting basically a free equipment pack is kind of nice. Alright, so I would assume this would all be sold at the pallet spot? I'm assuming. I think technically long planks were best at the warehouse, but it's close enough that I kind of needed to sell it somewhere, and I was going to bring it on a trailer with everything else. So yeah, $53,000 there, so we're up to $96,000, which is really good, really good. I want to say the land that I was looking to buy is $105,000, so we'll easily have that after selling the peas. Which I was looking around at land prices. It's almost surprising how much they vary. Like the piece that we're looking to buy at $105,000, that's kind of towards the low end. There's some that's like $190,000. I found one that was like $70-some thousand too, though. So it's like, what? These pieces of land look fairly similar, so I'm not quite sure why it's such a large gap. It might just be a randomized type thing too. Because there is a piece not far from us that's $70,000. So we'll likely, at some point in the way future, look to buy that. I'd have to buy another piece connecting to it, though. Now I gotta be careful. I don't want the pallets of peas to get picked up. I want to pick up what's bulked in there, and then I'm gonna move the pallets out of that area. That way I can just load everything into this trailer. How much is there for peas? 23,000. I think this is a 30,000 liter trailer, right? Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think it is. I think we have the standard one. That's 21,000 liters. I'm gonna quickly run to town, and I think I'm gonna get a larger extension. Either I'm gonna want it later, or I can, use it now too. So eventually, it's gonna be done. So I might just spend the money now. We're gonna have plenty of money coming in though. So besides, maybe it's a free thing too. Sometimes when you buy stuff used, I'm pretty sure this is a used trailer. It has like free upgrades and stuff that was there before. So I'll have to look. Maybe it's a nice free thing. Hopefully. That should be in the trigger. Is it free? It is not. Of course not. Well, it's 13 grand and we're gonna want it eventually. So Rhino. If it wasn't $500, I'd actually pay for that. Looks cool. I guess we can repair this since it's here too. Oh, and honestly, I might just fill this up with diesel too. Obviously, that's a lot of money I'm spending, but either I'm gonna spend it now on diesel or I'm gonna spend it later. And since I'm here and it's on my mind, I should do it now. Alright, so here we are with all of the P's. Should be a good, what, $80,000 I think it was? We'll literally be doubling our bank account. Just like that. And we'll have to buy land. I'm not sure if I can kind of buy it whenever. Yeah, $80,000, almost $81,000. I can kind of buy the land whenever, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I can kind of show you. The prices vary a lot. So that's basically 105,000. That's 190, 117, another basically the same price as that. Yeah. This is 144, and then this one is $72,000. This one's 170. Like, yeah, they kind of vary all over the place, it seems. Which honestly is not bad. That's somewhat realistic. Although, generally speaking, it's a certain amount off of acres. It's so many $1,000 per acre or whatever it is. Obviously, that does change if there's buildings on the land and forest and all that. Can creep up land value in real life, at least. Obviously, in a farming sense, if it's really good farmland, that could possibly increase the value too. I should probably check to make sure this is going to get over the top. I don't know, that looks pretty low. This is a pretty tall trailer. I'm pretty sure it barely gets over the cab. Oh. This is not looking great. I think if I'm far enough away, it might. I'm trying to leave the combine on, that way I don't destroy any crop. I think if I'm far enough away, it might let me, actually. Just barely. Although it's not emptying anymore. There we go. So it kind of works. For the time being, at least, it'll work. Obviously, a new combine is something that I have been wanting for a while. Now we have another reason to want one, so it actually fits over top of the trailer. It wouldn't be bad. How much is one of the maintenance spots? Like, is it worth trying to place one? If I can find one. That's another thing. I have to find where it is. Tools? $600. It is a very basic maintenance spot. I could literally place it right in here. $600. I'm gonna quickly get this switched around then. We'll have it on the farm so we can do it in the future too. Because really, the only time I'm going to need the extension will probably be selling the peas, really. Maybe the olives, but kind of a maybe. The nice part of it being right there is it's kind of out of the way, so it's not gonna be something that in the future I'm like, man, I kind of wish we placed it somewhere else. It's not in a bad spot there. It's right next to the silo, so it's really not going to take any more space. Alright, now we can get back into the combine here. Get to work harvesting this field. Not sure why I took that line of all places when I hit the button, but I thought in the update they said they improved you. I think they said they did. They did a couple different things. I honestly kind of just skimmed over the patch notes. That's what I usually do. Skim over them and see if there's something I'm kind of been waiting on to get fixed. Well, this is actually kind of low on, well, it's like halfway for diesel. So I'll have to make sure I keep an eye on it, just make sure we don't get too low. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll probably just go ahead and start my time lapse. We'll get this field finished up. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
To say the things I should, but can you let me know all the ways to make it up? 'Cause I want this to be good. Don't let your heart wear out.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the sorghum harvest. I'm hoping to get this field plowed up maybe today. Maybe. It might need lime too. I'll have to check. Although I could still plow it up and lime it next month. It should be coming up where it might need lime again. I do gotta get the canola sold too though, so gotta make sure I don't forget to do that. Let's take a look-see. We do have the oats that should be ready next month. Yeah, it needs lime. It needs lime. I could still plow it up today, and I could lime it next month. Not that big of a deal. What's the canola? It's still going up, little by little. I don't foresee it being a better price next month. I mean, right now it's literally off by $900 from the max price. I'm not. If I don't get the very best, I'm not too concerned. I did see precision farming got officially released. Like, as of recording, the day of recording, it got released. So I'm not sure when or if that'll get brought into Survival Challenge. It'll happen at some point, I'm sure. It's just obviously right now financially we just probably couldn't afford that stuff. I'll have to look too. I might have to see if, you know, how much are the sensors and all that kind of stuff. Would it make sense? I also realize that right now we're obviously plowing up the fields between each harvest, and that would be a negative for precision farming, I'm pretty sure. So that kind of would obviously hurt us in that view of things. But I'll have to look, kind of see how things are. See how much the sensors are for the tractor, because I'd have to get a sensor for this, and I want to say in 22 they were like 10 grand a piece. I might be way off. It was not cheap though. Oh, I was going to fill up the chickens. So that'll be something we'll have to, you know, think about, consider. I'm sure at some point we'll get it into Survival Challenge. It might be pretty late on though, so we'll see. But that just depends on the financial situation. I do think in whatever will replace polygamy, I'm not sure when that will be. But at some point, whatever would, I would think I would have precision farming in whatever series that would be. That all fit, huh? Well, it was only like 700 liters of extra space, so. Yeah, there's like 500 chickens in there now. They are reproducing pretty dang quick, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But naggle this out of here. Obviously, I'm not going to plow with it on the front. It's just a little bit easier to get it out of there. Please don't tip. I know it has a tendency to do that. Oh, you know what? Before I get too far along, I'm going to buy this. $105,000 basically. Not cheap, but we officially have more land. Much needed. It is much, much needed. So we basically doubled our potential field space. I'll have to look if it goes... Does it go up to those trees? Or is it like right before? We can get some pretty good sized fields in here though. I know the plots of land in here seem to be... They're smaller than what I have had in other survival challenges, I've noticed. Goes up to like right in here? It's like, could I cut like this oak tree here? No. This tree? No. This tree? No. Okay, I can cut that one, and I can probably cut this one. So, yeah, right in here somewhere is the boundary line. So, we could definitely make some good-sized fields in here. I think I'll want to cut those trees down, though. Because this is just straight up, like, bare land. We can do whatever our heart desires in this spot, which I'm thinking is going to be fields. Which is going to be rough without a bigger combine. There's no way else to put it. It's going to be rough. But it'll be worth it in the long run. Kind of want to do steering assist maybe. It's still off by a little bit. I think 1.7 it did this, and ever since then there's a side offset to it. Maybe it's because it's a plow? There's an automatic offset then? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll be next month. Maybe. We can certainly at least try to get some fields opened up. But we can start working on getting some fields out there. Really, if we wanted to, we could expand this field some. I don't know if that's the best thing. Because here's the thing. I got to plan the fields where it makes sense for our combine. So I might put a field like right next to this, and then once in the future we get a bigger combine, maybe then I'll combine the two fields or something. But it's in this state of things right now. It's this harvest here took 15 minutes of real time, 20 minutes of real time. It took a while, and that ends up being like a 1.5-minute time lapse, 2-minute long time lapse, which is towards the top end of time lapses. Usually I try not to go too long with them, but it's one of those things where it's like, does it really make sense to have a really large field with our current combine? Probably not. It's going to take the entire month just to get one field done. And since obviously there's no workers, it's just me, I kind of have no other option but to kind of limit my field sizes for the time being. I still think we could get a couple of fields in there. Like, we can make them a little bit bigger. Not like super big. But we could make it big enough where we could basically add, let's say, 4 total fields. That's basically saying there'll be about a little bit less than this width. You know, we'll put them like right here, which that's a pretty sizable field. Like right in here, down here. That's a sizable field. It's a pretty big field. And we'll have just 4 of those. Kind of more of a square to it. Well, I think I'll just do a time lapse. We'll get this finished out real quick. So I'll text everyone once the time lapse is done.
The one that hurt you, don't let it tear you down and touch me like you used to. So come back and fight it. We'll forget what I did. Don't let your color fade. Not the one.
Alright, so we're just about done here with the plowing. Then I'll grab the trailer and we can get that filled up with the canola, and we can go and get that sold real quick. Does it feel like it's really late into the day? Past noon. Feels like we're never this late when recording. I don't know. Did I get a late start or something? Well, I'll just get this put there. Please don't tip. It does that a lot, so there we go. 10,500 liters. I think it'll be like $20,000. You know, it really hasn't changed much since the beginning, but it's changed a decent amount. Alright, now this is best at Farmer's Market, I believe. They're about the same price, but we'll just go to the Farmer's Market. Alright, so let's just get this sold. Nice 20 grand coming on in. Should put us at what, 76,000? 77,000? 78,000! Almost $22,000. That's even better. But yeah, we might consider not a tractor, but in the future, If I know where it is, there is a search function in here, isn't there? Yeah, they added a search in it now. It's kind of nice. If you know what you're looking for, we might consider getting the hoe. Because we're gonna have a lot of fields. Yeah, if I add as many as I'm thinking, which is gonna be at least 4, we're gonna be up to 7. And trying to keep all those fields, no weeds in them and plowed and all that, it's gonna be quicker doing it this way. Because it's quicker than plowing, and it's wider than the plow, and we can direct drill. So it's kind of, why not, I guess. And I'm thinking maybe once we get a ton of fields, I know there's a mod for like once fertilize. I'm pretty sure it takes double the fertilizer, and it double fertilizes the field from the beginning. I don't know if I'll do that quite yet, but it's something to consider in the future. Although, if I get precision farming added in here, then that will basically do the same thing. But anyways, that is everything for today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.